Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button and keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. Alright folks, here we are after market close on Monday, September 18th. We're going to take a look at T2 Biosystems today. So T2 got a nice catalyst today. And even on such an impressive run up, over 65% today, it did a really good job respecting the levels that we had put in several, maybe weeks ago at this point. But you see here coming in to the open today was sort of batting around between this 39 and 35, 36 level and kind of getting stuck there. And then at open, seemed as though it had lost support at 35 and was trying to gain support at 34, and then quickly regained, made a run up to the 38 level, reconfirmed support at the 35, 36. The fractions of pennies are annoying because I look at it quickly and I see 35, but then I realize it's actually more like 36. But in any case, and then a nice push up over this 41 level, but it couldn't hold it on this first attempt. Came down and reconfirmed support here at this 39 level, and then a really nice push right up to that 46.17 level. You see we came within a fraction of a penny to having that exactly on the chart as it got stuck there into close today, and so I'm really happy with such a big move on a big catalyst that it's still pinged off of the levels that we had put in, like I say, several days, if not weeks ago. You have to go back and see when these were originally put in, but it doesn't matter. I thought we'd come in and just sort of take a look and kind of see where it goes from here. Now, there is a big gap from 46 up to about 55, so I thought we'd see where some levels have started to take shape and add those in. So I'm going to do that now, and then we're going to flip over to the Think or Swim study and see where things are looking on the hour chart there. So here, there's not a ton of price action to go off of, but there is some utility in these levels. Okay, this might be a little high, but I'm going to put this in here at 52.35. So it still looks like there's kind of a gap here from about 48 up to 52. Let me just make sure we're not missing anything. 48 to 52. So let's see. So right in here. Okay, so here's a good level. Right about 50. See all this topping out. Bottom wick here. Bottom wick here. So I would take that. I'd pull from that one there. And then in this big gap here from 55 up to 61. Let's see what we got. Let's say this is a good one. Let me pin it actually on the bottom of this one. We have candle body, candle body, candle body, candle body. Okay, so nice support to resistance flip there at 57. We still have some room, so if this continues to push, I think we're gonna be glad that we put these levels in. This one's a little thin. Okay, I'm gonna sort of a judgment call. I'm going to put it there at 59. I could see you putting it down here, but again, we're still within the 59 level. I think I put 2 on here by mistake. Let me see. Nope. Just seeing double. Why not? Okay, let's go here and say that's about it. How does this one look? Any better? No, I like it. I like it here. Okay, 59.50. And then I think it's probably worth waiting to see where levels come into play if we get closer into that range, that 59 to 61 range. Okay, so we take a look here where we are now. Before we flip over to Think or Swim, we have re-entered this uptrend. See, I knew there was a reason why I wasn't getting rid of it. So uptrend way back here, started late July, had sort of found a home there after it had this big run up to 70 cents, and then lost it the last, I guess, prior 5 trading days or so. And instead of getting rid of it, we had left it in, and it hopped up into there today. So a couple of questions. One is going to be, is it going to be able to remain on this uptrend support level, if it stays within range of that? If not, and it becomes totally irrelevant, we'll get rid of it just so it doesn't clutter the chart. And what's it going to do with these levels? Now, there is still a pretty big gap here, 41 up to 46. Let's see if there's anything to try to draw on here. Yeah, I would put a level here. See the top of this candle body here and the bottom of this candle body here. So that's pretty tight in. I don't know that that's that helpful. 45. Yeah. I mean, just the action gets so thin over here. This might be a better level. 43. This might be more useful because you sort of have nearly the wick of this one. This one, you have a wick through on that candle, and you do have a top wick in here. Okay, so I'll play along with that, 43.5. If we zoom into the 10, how does this look now? Okay, lots of levels on here, but, lots of motion as well. So it's going to just catch a lot of levels. I mean, it caught levels from the 30s all the way up to the high 40s today. So that's just what's going to happen. So, all right, so that's how that's looking to me. Now, flipping over to the think or swim study. Now, just keep in mind, we plotted those on the daily, and then we zoomed into the 10 on Webull. This view is on the 1 hour chart. So T2 on the 1 hour. Now, what we see here is it has left the upper bound of the channel, as you would imagine, such a push today, right? Interestingly enough, oftentimes on such sort of significant moves, we see the cloud leaving the upper bound of the channel and kind of staying there. This one didn't. So that's just something to maybe note at the outset here. But it didn't come down and need to retest the mid-range of the channel at all today. It was able to ride the cloud, right? It came down for cloud support and then held the cloud, and then even here on the wick of this candle held the cloud. So I'd be interested to see if the next time it dips into this cloud, if it continues to ride that support, or if it at any point needs to come down and test the mid-range of that channel at some point. Could be far into the future, but at some point I would expect it to come down and test the mid-range of that channel. Who knows where that will be by the time it gets there? It could be quite somewhere else, not 3669. So the other thing to sort of note, it had a whole day basically of triggering here on the TTM squeeze indicator, and then it fired right at the end of Friday's trading session, and then that firing really set off this motion today. I mean, chart wise, setting the catalyst aside. But nice uptick here, brief drawback, so a brief hiccup, but then appearances of continued momentum here. Now it's going to be interesting to see how this reacts in the after hours, how much profit taking is taken, and what that looks like as it settles in. Now it's looking as though it wants to dip below this 43.5 level at the moment, so it had support toward the end of the day here at about 42.55. So is it going to be able to hold that range or level, or is it going to come down and test this 4130? That's obviously to be seen, but something that I'd sort of look for. And again, really watching next time it comes into this cloud, what it does. Does it hop off it as support like we saw here, or does it come down nearer to the mid-range? And if so, what does it do at that mid-range? Obviously, this is a strong move, so I would tend to lean toward it will probably find support there, at least on the first attempt, but you never know. If there's another unforeseen catalyst, if there's, some other unforeseen circumstance that just sort of comes in and creates incredible downward pressure, this mid-range will sort of be the telling point for that. But we can sort of address that if and when we get there. In the meantime, this is the wave to be riding and the levels that I'll be watching for now. All right, folks, I hope you had a good start to your trading week. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.